Well, welcome to tonight's show. You're with Tom, Brian and Steve, and this is From the Sidelines, and we do it every time this week. We're going to talk about the round of NRL that's just been played. But before we do that, we'll talk about State of Origin as well. But before we do that, gentlemen, how are you?
Right. Oh, I'm excellent, thank you.
Are you? I like your hat.
Yeah, 3.1 million dollars raised.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've got one too.
Astronomical. And it's only for this State of Origin period I'll wear it with my jersey.
Okay.
Why doesn't he do them in club colours?
No. Make it neutral. This way everybody can enjoy it.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Even my kids, my girls who don't follow rugby league, got ones last year because they liked them.
Yep.
So I think it's clever.
Okay.
It's clever. Right. Clever marketing.
All right, I'll concede that one. Gentlemen, what was your highlight for the week? Oh, I didn't get to you. How are you, Tom?
Well, a nice surprise.
Be distracted.
What? I got a nice surprise today.
You got a nice surprise today.
In February, I semi-retired, and my my family gave me a very generous gift, and it's taken until now till it's arrived, and I was overwhelmed by this, so I thought I'd share it with you tonight.
Are you going to do it?
Who's going to do a reveal? A live reveal.
Oh, this has never been done before From the Sidelines. Oh, goodness gracious.
I would never have purchased it. It's
wow,
incredibly expensive.
Does it fit?
Well, that's the thing about it. It's actually made so that you can't wear it.
Oh, okay.
Although, that's just a piece of plastic. Maybe I could get that off. Anyway, it's pretty amazing. And
that is very nice.
I'm going to get it mounted somewhere in my house, but I thought I'd put it there today. Actually, you want to wear it, Kenny?
Hang on. I'm just going to... There you go. Tommy's walking around again, so he's upright. Go.
So, very overwhelming gift. I feel very, very humbled by it.
Wow.
Yes.
They must love you.
They must love me.
Goodness.
Yes.
What's the go with that?
Somebody has to.
Very good.
Actually, that is very nice.
Yes.
Yeah. I wonder when ours is coming, Brian, but okay.
Yeah. I hope to get a Green Bay Packers one too.
Well, hopefully Tom will shout us, next week.
Christmas.
He's retired.
Yeah, true.
Got plenty of money.
Well, they told me this is my birthday, Christmas, Easter, Father's Day, everything gift for the next 2 years. So,
wow, is that expensive?
Oh yeah, I posted it. Remember, I don't go back and look at your posts. I said to the family, "Oh, this would be really cool, but the price just ridiculous." And they apparently all sat together, going, "How can we make this work?" No, I was overwhelmed when they told me that.
Okay, very nice.
There you go.
That's beautiful. So, how's your weekend? How's your week? Other than that,
no, week's been good. Yep.
Okay.
Yep. Started swimming again. Arms
Excellent.
going well.
Excellent. You're not tired?
Always tired.
No, okay.
Time to time.
Okay. Gentlemen, what's your highlight for the weekend? What did you enjoy about this weekend? Football-wise.
I know you said don't pick your team.
Yeah, don't pick your team.
How can you not? How can you?
Because there's so many other more important things than Manly.
No, 13 on the field, injury ravaged. You know what? There's a lot of... I'll tell you, I'll be honest with you. There's a lot of dissension amongst the Manly fans.
Always is.
About Seabold.
Really?
He won a lot of people over, a lot of the fans over, when he came down out of the box onto the sideline during that match. And I'm surprised that such a small gesture from a coach could actually turn a fan base. But even those vocally opposed are even going, oh, maybe he's all right. Look, I know there were probably other highlights, but for me that was it. It was fantastic. I was blown away by the team.
I think the West Tigers
Yes.
West Tigers win at Leichhardt after they just made an announcement that the ground's going to be saved. Absolutely capacity crowd, and the Tigers found a way to win. I thought that was tremendous.
Against the odds too, because no one really picked them to beat the Titans.
No, and after 9 losses, I think, in a row, they're very good, very good. But I guess we'll talk about the game in more detail.
Yeah, we will. We will. Speaking of, let's go to Thursday night. Let's make sure I've got the right ones. Yes, Dolphins 30, Cronulla Sharks 28. Actually, no, before we do that, I want to talk about State of Origin.
Oh, okay.
I want to talk about State of Origin. The teams were announced a few days ago.
Yep.
couple of changes. Nico Hines is gone. Cameron McGuinness is gone, which I found very surprising.
Yeah, it was a surprise.
What do you make of the team, Brian? I get a sense you're not happy with it.
Well, I'm not happy.
Why?
Because Madge picked the first team, and he said that was the team that he wanted. That was the team that could beat Queensland.
Yes.
That was the team that was going to defend and tackle them out of the game and take their opportunities.
Yes.
I get Suwali's out.
Yes.
I get that. That's an unavoidable change. I get Dylan Edwards is back and fit.
Yes.
Unavoidable change.
Yes.
Why the rest?
Cameron Murray, I think, was always going to get picked.
But why the rest? Like that's the thing is if you and these players have come out and said Madge is the man, Madge respects us, Madge love, but yeah, only until you lose. It's to me.
But
I don't like it.
Who did he drop? He dropped Hines. He dropped Cam McGuinness.
Yep.
Who else did he drop?
Cam McGuinness. He dropped.
Well, technically he dropped Teddy, but
Hudson Young.
Hudson Young. Yep.
Well,
Hudson Young hardly played at all.
Yeah.
Teddy came in as a reserve. He was always going to lose his spot to Dylan Edwards when he came back.
Yeah,
so
agree. So
and Latrell was on the cusp. I mean, I don't think there was massive changes, to be honest. The real key ones were was Moses.
Yep.
And putting Cam Murray in and Connor Watson.
Yeah.
I don't think they're wholesale changes.
Not wholesale changes. So you can make 6 changes to a team and it's not wholesale.
But
I mentioned
three or four. But 3 of those were, like Tom said, they were to be expected.
Incumbents.
I mean, would you have been disappointed had he stuck with Tedesco and not tried?
No. I said
that was going to happen.
I said Edwards and Latrell are the exceptions.
Yeah, that's right.
The rest of the team should have stayed.
So how do you make space for Cameron Murray, or do you not put him in? I mean, can you really leave Cameron Murray out of State of Origin? You really can't. You've got to drop someone.
No. And I think Moses needed to come in. I don't think Nico had enough creativity.
I think Moses would have been picked if he wasn't injured in the first one.
Correct.
Please.
Yeah. Stop your hating.
I'm not hating.
You are.
I'm not hating. Moses can't close out games. He's a front runner. He's a flat track bully. No. I must admit, this forward pack looks better.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. All right. And he has picked a utility on the bench. Yes. Thank goodness.
Yep.
I mean, it should have been Burton ahead of Watson, but
I agree.
Regardless,
I would have gone with Burton, 100%.
Well, Burton can cover every position Watson can, and he can kick.
I would have been happy this weekend if he picked Burton rather than Watson.
So it's a bigger team.
Yeah.
But I don't think they're going to be bullied with the man down, and so Moses is going to go better than Hines did because the forwards are going to play better. How could you not?
Yeah, but I guess here's the problem. I don't think New South Wales have a halfback who isn't a flat track bully. Cleary hasn't impressed. Cleary hasn't impressed.
I don't think Cleary's impressed at Origin.
Yeah, you only win 4 comps in an Origin.
No,
you don't worry about that.
But we're talking State of Origin. We're not talking about competitions. And again, State of Origin is a next level to the Premier League.
I don't think he's proven himself in the Origin arena, honestly.
He hasn't. I don't believe he has at all.
No.
I don't think we have a halfback who does.
Great player.
Suit yourself.
Yeah.
Like you can both be wrong. It's all right.
We are wrong.
If Cleary was fit, he'd be there.
Of course.
Everybody's going to be wrong. We're all wrong.
No. I'm right. I'm always right. You should listen to me.
But you barrack for Manly. Can't you see?
That's right.
Can't you see that?
There's an oxymoron there. Yeah.
That's the word.
I think he's the one.
Anyway, I've had my argument on Facebook. Feel free to follow it.
Yeah.
But apparently, I'm very biased.
So it looks like we haven't got the Queensland team on our Facebook page, which is a bit of an error. Somebody should have fixed that.
Who cares about that?
Walsh,
Coates, Holmes, Hammer, Tolangi.
Were you surprised about dropping Cobbo?
He's injured.
So they say, but he played.
Yeah,
and
that's
he
right.
played out the game.
Well, he played for the Broncos, and he looked not there probably.
Oh, but he kept dropping the ball. Mentally, he looked not there, not injured.
But sometimes if you're injured, your concentration goes because you're thinking about the pain in your leg.
I think that, honestly, I think that's an excuse for the fact that they dropped him.
Well,
Yeah, of course.
I don't know.
That's
Because
right.
they
Queensland
don't,
stick
because
a
Queensland
pick.
don't drop players.
That's right.
No, they pick and stick.
Yeah, that's right.
So, did any? I'm interested to see what people thought about Billy Slater's responses to Madge. Did we hear that?
Who cares?
No, I heard Madge talk about glass houses.
Yes,
Yeah.
and apparently I watched it on 360. They asked Billy Slater about the comments. He said, "I didn't see the comments." He said, "But he's responding to comments you made." He said, "I didn't make any comments at the press conference," which he didn't. But he left it hanging there. And apparently then Brett Reed said, "But you made a couple of comments 2 days later on the footy show." There was, they described it as crickets.
Yeah.
Total silence, and he wouldn't even go at it. So interesting. And apparently the reference to glass house was about the way Billy Slater used to play.
Yeah, of course.
Well, that's, yeah, I don't doubt that. I mean, anyway.
Yes.
Look,
Yeah.
So it's fired up the competition a little bit.
Good.
A little bit
So
of
it
fire.
should.
Needs to be.
So it should.
Needs to be.
I'm going to ask you two, though,
Oh, yeah.
Latrell.
Mm-hmm.
Are you happy Latrell's in?
I am.
No,
I am.
Why?
I don't think he should be there.
Who would have been their best?
I would have put Best there.
Yeah.
Mind you, Best needed to have a bit more of a game than he did on the weekend. Burton? I don't know. I just think there were options of players that have been playing really good football.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
Latrell's there. Look, if he comes in... Look, but we all know, Latrell comes in with the right attitude.
Yeah.
You can tell them
He's a
apart.
beast.
Yeah. If he hits beast mode, and the thing is, I like him playing in the centres.
Yes.
Yeah.
Now, he can play 15 minutes each half, and that 15 minutes, set up 3 tries and score 2. That's fine.
Yeah. All right, let's go on to last week's game. Start out at PointsBet Stadium, where the Dolphins 30 beat the Sharks 28.
Yeah, it's
And I think, if
and-
anything, this actually proved why Nico Hines shouldn't have been.
I was going to say, this is why he's not in.
Oh, please.
Where he
He missed a goal.
No,
it's not going to do anything.
he should have won that game.
He should have won that game.
How do you win a game when your entire forward pack is beaten and your back 5 aren't running the ball?
Well, you can't.
How do you can't? That's right.
No,
So
you can't.
you're blaming the halfback when the forwards are useless.
Have you seen their forward pack?
Yeah, I know, and it wasn't until who's the big bloke that came on?
Hunt?
Hunt came on.
Yeah.
It turned the momentum, and Nico Hines set up 3 tries.
But every other week we make the same comment about Parramatta and Moses, and you say, "Oh, what a load of rubbish! Moses can't play."
Because everybody elevates Moses to godlike status. He's not. He's an average halfback.
You can't keep changing your mind to suit the argument,
I can so. Watch me.
and you do. Good. I got to say that the Dolphins were very good. I mean, this game changed leads a few times.
We've said it all season. They just stay in the contest. They just don't know how to quit, and they complete sets. Be interesting to see what their stats look like. But yeah, look, they complete. Yeah. They're tough.
No, they had a 92% completion rate.
Uncompromising. Yeah, and that's the way they win games. You hold the ball.
Yeah.
You know, and
Yep.
yeah, they had a little bit more time in possession. But yeah, look, they're going to cause some trouble in the finals. I think. I don't think they'll win it, but they're going to cause some trouble. I think in the finals.
Yeah. I don't think they can win it either. But you're right. If they
Yeah.
stay fit,
Yeah.
I mean, the hammer at the back is just incredible.
It's amazing.
The bigger question is, are the Sharks going to cause any problems in the finals?
No.
Well, they haven't shown that for the last few years.
Yep.
So-
Not the way they're playing. The Sharks, for some reason, seem to struggle
It
against
is
the big
odd, isn't it? There's something about the Sharks
Mm.
that just doesn't convince you.
Mm.
No.
Yeah.
And I really don't know what it is, because if you the fullback Will Kennedy, brilliant.
He's great.
They're
player.
wingers,
Yeah.
meter eaters.
Yeah.
You know, Jesse Ramey and Kalen Uro in the centres.
Yep. they're great.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
They've got a state of origin halfback running the show.
Mm-hmm.
They've got the biggest forward pack in the universe.
Yeah, absolutely.
They've got a fantastic hooker,
Yep.
a great bench, and they're unconvincing.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is.
No.
Don't know either.
Let's go to GIO Stadium, where North Queensland 34 beat the Raiders 16. I've got to tell you, Ricky's not happy.
Yeah, I am.
This is my second one wrong for the weekend.
I still don't understand
Me
how
too.
how a team that is 5th on the ladder or 6th on the ladder can have minus 88 points difference. I just don't know how that works, honestly.
Because they lose big like this, and then they have a couple of close wins, and
Yeah, it's still.
Well, it
it's,
just proves, I think, that
I've got to say, I think if you took Jordan Rapana out of this team,
Ooh,
they'd be
yeah.
beaten by more.
Ethan
know.
Strange, he's been terrific.
Yeah,
Strange
he's been
has been
good, but I just think
He's
Jordan
very
is
good.
he honestly he holds that team
He
together.
does. And Elliot Whitehead.
Yeah,
There's
both
there's a handful of
defensively,
players. Yeah.
defensively and in attack, and
Yeah, he plays on close to the win, Jordan Rapana. But gee, I'll tell you what, he puts in when the going gets tough. He takes the crunch, the big plays in defence and things. He's a superb player. Yeah.
Reece Robson, he's probably the weak link in the Cowboys team, and yeah,
in State of Origin.
I'm concerned about that.
Who would we have
Didn't
picked?
have a bad game
So
in
Abbey
game
should have
one.
probably been there, shouldn't he?
I would have went Brayley, but yeah,
Like
I'd
Blake,
go Abbey.
the Sharks.
Yeah.
Brady. Yeah. Okay.
yep, I would have went Sharks Brayley with Appy on the bench.
No, I think Appy's a better.
But either way, like he
didn't have a bad game in game one.
he,
No,
yeah,
he's not very creative.
but in this
Appy's
like
10 times more creative.
But you say club form, his club stats are pretty average, except for his tackle efficiency. So I don't know. I actually don't know how the Cowboys can score like that. Anyway, I don't know.
But in some teams, you don't want to have everybody being a star because
No.
you need some workers.
Yeah, I agree.
And sometimes
I agree.
and not getting in the way of the stars.
But
So-
usually your hooker isn't the worker.
No, usually the hooker is the one with a bit of spark.
Yeah.
North Queensland turned a corner. Or,
Nah.
no, or just the fact they were playing a bad.
They were playing a very off
And
Raiders.
they're going to get decimated during Origin for the next.
I actually
pick.
picked the Raiders for this one because I thought it's a Friday night. It's going to be cold. North Queensland
Yeah.
won't like it. Raiders will.
I can't even remember what I tipped. I haven't looked at my tips for the
Oh.
last couple of weeks.
Yeah.
I've-
Just don't follow Steve and me.
No, don't. I'm having a shocker. Absolute
Oh.
shocker.
Yeah.
All right. Let's move on to the most boring game of the round.
The highlight of the week, Rain. Bunnies 22, Broncos 12. And I've got to say, before we get into the game, the Broncos were very poor.
Oh, they were average.
Well, look at the
That-
scoring. The scoring was 12 minutes to 49 minutes, all Rabbitohs.
Yep.
And 66 and 77,
Yeah.
Dean Mara scored a couple of decent tries.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We have, the Bunnies have an issue with attack. They can score, but sometimes when they're in a position they don't seem to know what to do and they lose it. A good team would have put more points on the Broncos.
Yeah.
A very good team would have
Yeah.
scored another 3 or 4 tries.
The Broncos have been pretty average for the last couple of weeks.
Yeah, well, that's their third in a row.
Yeah.
Third loss in a row.
Yep. They're really missing
Adam Reynolds.
Yeah.
They are.
And Mam's having to do a lot more
Well-
because Mam's the foil for Adam Reynolds. He does all the organising, the kicking. Mam just runs off him. Now Mam's having to organise. I mean, Jockman's done a decent job,
Yeah.
but he's not a superstar like either of those two. So I don't know. I don't know what's going on with him.
Yeah. It's always
Don't-
good when they
don't
lose.
mind, yeah,
Always
don't
good when the
mind.
Broncos lose.
Out of the 8 now. Oh, sorry.
Well,
Run
Last week the Broncos lost against the Sharks 22-12.
Yep.
This week they lost against the Bunnies 22-12. You say about Adam Reynolds, but Adam Reynolds is not the glue in the defensive line.
No.
So there's something else. I mean, yes, he's the reason they're not scoring more than 12 points,
Yeah.
but he's
Yeah.
not the reason they're having 22 scored against them.
Yeah, but there's also I don't know. I think they're missing Walsh as well. Well, they missed Walsh against the Bunnies.
Yeah.
I don't know.
And I think your team probably disappointed because they should have scored more points, as you
Yeah,
said.
they should have.
So Latrell was good. He looked really athletic. I think the last 2 games, Titans and Broncos games,
Yep.
he suddenly looks interested
Yep.
and athletic. I mean, the way he ran away, I mean, he got mowed down by Jordan Ricky, but he just
Nothing
looked
to be embarrassed
like he was
about.
in his full pay. He looked like he was in full stride.
Yep.
Looked really good. His kicking was exceptionally good. He really fooled the opposition with his kicks.
But even Cody Walker had an exceptional game.
I sent you a message. I thought I watched Cody Walker's defence, and I thought
Yep.
his defence was really on. Yeah. So look, good signs for the Rabbits.
Told you, screaming up.
We're
the ladder.
really happy about that, aren't we?
Yeah, that's okay.
I don't mind. I'd rather the Bunnies win than the Broncos.
Oh, yes, I'll give you that.
Doesn't bother me.
I'll give you that.
That was one I was happy to get wrong.
Let's go to Leichhardt Oval, where the West Tigers 18 beat the Titans 10. The Titans a few weeks ago were playing really well, and all of a sudden they're falling in a hole, and a bad one because they're being beaten by the Tigers.
I saw the highlights.
With all due respect to the Tigers.
Yeah. Can I say this wasn't much of a game?
No, it wasn't.
I'll leave it there. There were some high points, but you know, the Titans completed 60 odd percent, 67%. So they just kept turning the ball over.
Yeah.
And the Tigers did not much with it.
Yeah.
I don't know. It was pretty hard to watch, Tom.
Yeah. And when you look, the Tigers scored 11, 59 and 76 minutes. So there was no dominance there.
No.
They just took their opportunities.
No.
Yeah. Less said about that game, the better.
All right, then what about the next one? Melbourne Storm 38, Warriors 24. Now, honestly, I thought the Warriors...
I thought they
14-0.
I thought they were going to get it.
Melbourne just got them at the end, didn't they? They just...
Oh, yeah, they ran away in the last 20.
Yeah.
I don't know. I wanted the Warriors to get up. I must admit, I do have a little bit of a soft spot for the Warriors.
Mm-hmm.
Not huge, not like Steve claiming them in the 8 and winning the grand final or anything like that.
Melbourne or Broncos or...
Yeah, or one of his other teams.
Yep.
But
Many other teams.
that was hard to watch. It was hard to watch them blow that lead.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
But Melbourne were good to come back.
Yeah.
That's enough said about Melbourne.
Oh, Tom wants to move on.
Tom wants to move on from Melbourne. Come on.
Seriously? Yes.
We have people who watch this show, thousands
Yes,
of
Sally,
thousands of
you
Manly
must be really
Melbourne
happy.
supporters.
Whoop-de-doo.
No,
Yeah.
they were good. Falungo was good.
He's... Do you replace him with Pappenhausen? I suppose you have to, but you've got to put him in the team, sure.
Oh, yeah.
I don't
Can
know.
he play wing? He got pretty
He's
good
wasted
wingers
on the
already.
wing, isn't he?
Yeah.
Well, geez, I don't know.
Good opportunities.
What do you do with him?
Off the bench? Oh, who you got off the bench?
Hang on. I'm just take a look at their team though. You've got Grant Anderson on one wing.
Mm-hmm.
Well, he was filling in for somebody.
Yeah. Dean Irimia and Nick Meaney. So I reckon one of those two will go. Not Nick Meaney.
No, you can't drop Nick Meaney.
So, you know, there is the opportunity there.
Yeah.
And you always want a bit of pace on your bench.
Well, coach is locked in. You could probably put Anderson into 3 for Dean Aramia and then put Faolongo on the wing.
Oh,
Yeah.
Like put him in the centres and say, just do what you need to do.
All right,
Yeah,
let's go on. Let's go on to Combank Stadium, where Sydney Roosters 28 beat Parramatta 18. And honestly, I thought Parramatta were coming to get them
Sure.
because the Roosters got out to what, a 16-0 lead,
16-6 at halftime.
and then it came back to
18-16 to Parramatta. Look, I was pretty disappointed in the middle of the game. At the end of the game, I was pretty happy that the Roosters were able to scrap their way to a win and put on some more points. I think when Michael Jennings went down, because he's a dedicated centre, when he went down, I think the tenure of the game changed a bit because I think Crichton had to fill in at centre, and he's not usually playing in the centre. And every time he has, he's not been terrific because they don't learn the defensive structures and stuff. Although Moses came into his own during that sort of 10-15 minute period. And I was really nervous there for a while. I thought, we're better than this. And they proved it at the end. So I'm happy that they had to work really hard for the win.
Yep.
I knew it was going to be competitive. But pretty happy in the end. And certainly the coach and the captain were happy too. They had scrapped for the win because we've either lost games by a few or we've won by a lot. So to actually have to scrap a game out, I think bodes well for us in the future. There you go.
Cool. Nicely said. I just want to point out that, Stephen, you're a hypocrite because I got a message from you, as did you. Moses needs to do more if he wants State of Origin.
Yes.
But then picked him and he's happy. Hypocrite.
Well,
I'm happy to say he needs to do more.
Yeah, but no, so am I. But my point is, who else? I mean, you can't say, well, Hines didn't
Just keep the
perform.
income.
I think Matt's turned the game off at 18-16 and said, right, I've made my decision now.
I tell you what, I would have put Cody Walker in a halfback.
Oh, yeah.
No, I don't.
All right,
I
let's
don't
keep
think
moving.
he's standing out enough. All right.
Oh dear. Let's
The floor
go on
is yours,
to
Brian.
let's go on to Four Pines Park, where Manly were lucky to beat the Dragons 30-14. Now, the reason I tell you lucky, because there was a try Manly scored that should not have been allowed.
Which one was that?
He doesn't know because he can't remember. It was
No, I actually
irrelevant.
can't remember. There were two.
It was the Olakwatu one.
Oh, okay.
There was the one that was pulled back from St George, where Manly player was standing in the defensive line, and it should never. Every week, an obstruction is called, and this wasn't.
You just won't be gracious, will you? I was
No,
gracious.
I won't.
I was gracious to you. Yes, I'm glad Souths won. Yes, congratulations, Steve.
Yeah, but hang on.
You know,
No,
then what are
you
you?
didn't say that.
You were lucky to win.
You didn't say you were
My
glad
goodness.
South won. You said you were lucky Broncos lost.
We're Teddy in here.
That's right. Sticks and stones will break his bones, but our verbal spars will not hurt him. Who's broken him?
No, he won't fit.
Oh my goodness.
He's got a big head.
That's what you said.
Please.
You didn't say about South. You
Oh,
said
read between the
Broncos.
lines, Steve. What a great win. What a great win.
It was a lucky
Well,
win.
given the injuries, I thought it was a very good win.
Thank you. Thank you, Tom.
Not
for
to
your
mention the
honest
fact that
assessment.
you dumped someone on their head.
What? What are you talking about?
There was a tackle during that game that was not very nice. I'm trying to think who it was.
that was Tuolangi, Kelma Tuolangi.
Yeah, it was.
that was the other
Parramatta game.
So what do we think about that too? Should he have been sent off?
Oh, without
Yeah,
doubt.
100%.
Considering everything else that's happened, he
Yeah.
should have been sent off.
Yeah, I agree.
I was going to say, what are you talking about in this game? In this game, mind you, I was very glad to see the referees are finally listening to us as a team.
Because they listen.
And because Kyle Flanagan stayed down after being, well, he was grabbed on the collar and stayed down holding his head and got, seeing the head bin.
Yep.
About time. Like, if you're gonna stay down and it's like that, you deserve to be binned.
Which
Head bin.
game was it? Was it the Penrith one? Which game was it where someone got pulled up for... No, I think it was a Roosters game.
Yeah.
Manu got hit for a head high.
Yeah, and he did nothing.
He was hit here.
And it was the guy that flipped the guy on his head.
Yeah.
Yep.
The guy that flipped Collins on his head, he actually got the ball, and I thought his ankle got caught or something. But when you looked at a replay, nothing, not a thing.
But all he did was throw his head back and looked like he got hit head high. And
I don't even know whether Tuolangi was trying to milk a penalty or whether he actually just got a bit of whiplash.
100%.
But as far as the ref said, that was a penalty. It was ridiculous.
Yeah, I think it's about time we start penalising players who.
Yeah, I don't think Butler had a great.
No, see, I'm okay to not penalise him because you know what? If that was different, but for the Flanagan one, he Olakwatu, he was falling, he was on the ground, it was between you and him. He's grabbed him on the collar and slipped up around the face, and then he stayed down with his head. I think having to go off for 10 minutes for HIA is the perfect response.
15 minutes.
Well, hang on. You want to talk about another one then? Let's talk about Cameron Murray.
Yeah.
He gets hit.
Yes.
Apparently, that should have been a send-off as far as I'm concerned.
I mentioned this to you.
Good Jordan Ricky.
Yep.
Now, it's questionable whether he hit him on the head or not because it's really hard to say. But Cameron Murray bounced back up.
Yeah.
So the ref says, okay, you're off for 10. Yeah. But Cameron has to go off for 15.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he never... Well, and the argument is, did he actually get hit in the head?
Yeah, he did.
Yep.
Well, he might have been, but...
I remember that now.
Yeah.
That was the one where I was saying, hang on, why isn't he off?
Yeah.
Yeah. I get Latrell being binned for running in 35 metres and pushing and shoving and instigating.
But it happens every game.
No,
if you
it
look
doesn't.
at the instances
hang on, can I just make a point here? Every time we say something about Latrell, he goes, it happens every game to every
It does happen every game.
Isn't it?
He is
very
very
defensive.
Excuse me,
yeah.
there is a hooker that plays for the Bulldogs who generates a fight every game.
That's
never gets into the bin.
just chipping. That's okay. He's not
chipping.
running in and throwing himself around.
Oh, I'm just doing
Anyway, what are we talking about the Manly game for?
Doing my job for the Bulldogs.
I don't know.
you know?
Why are we talking about the Manly game?
Why aren't we?
Do you like me distracting? Okay.
No, we should be. We
Talk
should be.
about the Manly game. Tell me how good they were.
They were fantastic.
So how's your day been?
Yeah, not too bad. Yours?
Jerry Evans was awesome. Taniela Paseka broke his thumb in like the first 5 minutes. It was just absolutely ridiculous.
You got any players for next week?
No, if you have a look at
None
the
that we
team,
can recognise.
it's a pretty average looking team. Let me just tell
Who are
you.
you playing?
Uh,
Oh, we'll come to that.
A team also with unrecognisable
Yeah, that's true.
names.
Yeah.
all right. Anyway, that was a great win, and the Dragons should have got over that. That was the fact that they couldn't put down a team with no reserves. And at one point, Corey Waddell's out there, and if all they had to do was run at him, he couldn't take 2 steps.
And everyone loves Seabold because you...
And Seabold,
For
yeah,
some
everybody
reason.
loves Seabold. All right, last game of the round.
Yes.
McDonald Jones Stadium, Penrith Panthers 26, Newcastle 18.
Oh, I love that score.
I didn't think... Why? 26-18.
Ask Brian.
I don't know what he's talking about.
2013.
Oh, well, you cheated your way to a grand final win.
There's no pictures in the history books, mate. In the
No.
in the stats books, no
No.
pictures.
You were going to say, Steve? please bring us back on track, Steve, please.
No.
I thought the Knights. I thought the Knights were going to go home with this, but yeah, the Penrith
Well-
just do what Penrith do.
Talk about tries that should never have been allowed. Did you see that first one by Scott Sorensen?
Yes.
Where he knocked it on
Yes.
straight into the... And they looked at it 37 times and went, oh, he's knocked it back. And I'm going, I wonder what they're watching because it's not this game of football.
Is it the bunker that you love?
It's very subjective, isn't it? Coming off players either in the air or on the ground. I mean, guy goes up to catch a bomb, it falls behind him and they go knock on. Another time, taps it on and everything's okay,
And that's what I wanted to bring up about the Manly one. The St George try that was disallowed was, let me get this right. Lomax jumped up,
Yep.
had the ball, pulled it back towards him, but it hit a Manly player.
Yep.
He took the ball and
Yep.
grounded it.
Yep.
And they said, no, it's knock on. Hang on, it went back towards him.
Yeah.
No.
It was a knock back, if anything. Cause
All
it
right,
came back
okay.
towards
You know
him.
what? I'll give you that one, and we'll take the last one off Lomax, where he clearly lost control of the ball
No, he
over the
didn't.
line.
Oh, rubbish.
He did not have control. They say you have to have control. He grounded it here. There's the ball. There's his arm.
Yeah, but if
We
the
are
ball...
up there. Try.
No, you're allowed
no.
to, hey, you're allowed to dive in it with your
Oh, my
torso
goodness.
and score a
Come
try.
on, let's get on with it. Where's the ladder?
You need a new job and sound effects.
Yeah.
Ladder.
You're in a mood tonight.
I'm not in a mood.
Ladder.
You're winding me
You
up.
are.
You tell me the state of origin side's good. You put Mitchell, Moses, and Latrell in the team. I don't know who I'm going to blame when we lose.
All right.
Okay, I tell you what, who are you going to blame if you... But what if we win? Are you going to come out and say...
I will
want
say-
you to come out and say how much you love Mitchell Moses and Latrell being in the team.
That won't be true. I will not tell a lie. Go, Tom.
All right. On their
Do
own
every week.
in first position, 24 points to Storm. Panthers and Sharks have 22 points. The Dolphins make up your 4 with 20 points. And we've got the Roosters in 5th, the Bulldogs, the Raiders, and the Sea Eagles making out the 8. The Sea Eagles are on 17, the others are on 18. Outside of the 8, the Broncos and the Cowboys and the Dragons on 16. In 12th position, the Warriors on their own on 15 points. We've got the Knights also on their own at 14 points. Rabbitohs screaming up the charts.
Screaming
according
up
to
the charts.
Stephen,
Yep.
in 12 with 12 points, 2 buys of course. The Eels and the West Tigers and the Titans all on 10 points. And the Eels have only had 1 bye, the other 2 have had 2
How
buys.
good would it be for the Eels to get the spoon?
That ain't gonna happen. That ain't gonna happen. The
Why
Tigers
not?
and the
Gonna
Titans
happen.
and the Tigers will get it.
No.
Apparently,
how
they've
how would it
narrowed,
be for Dez if he gets the
You
spoon?
won't get the spoon.
apparently they've narrowed their coach down to 2 options.
Ooh.
Josh Hannay and Jason Ross.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Do you
No,
think Dimitri's been Trent Barrett's been canned?
Oh, well, that doesn't surprise me. I'm surprised they haven't shortlisted JD.
I'm going to start a petition on behalf of Parramatta fans.
To get Barrett.
We love Trent.
They've already done, no, the players have already backed him and said they want him to stay.
He wants them to fail.
Oh, I'd love that. That would be great. That would be great. Anyway.
I have to apologise. The Raiders in 7th position are not minus 85. They're minus 55.
There you go. Get your
Which is
facts right.
still
Good.
ridiculous. Roosters had the best for and against all the teams.
All right, let's go on to Suncorp Stadium this week, where the Dolphins are playing.
Go back to later. Do you really? What's your for and against?
143. Best of everybody.
Oh, the best. Yes.
Well, the Bunnies is 120 or something. Not far off.
Panthers 118, Storm 97. Yeah, we're the best. 143.
Yeah.
And who's got the worst for and against?
Well, worst for and against
the Titans.
Tigers.
The Titans 131.
Just
ahead, just behind
the
ahead of
Tigers.
the Rabbitohs.
Ooh, yeah. Anyway, right, continuing on.
Yes, but we're well up the ladder.
Screaming.
Suncorp Stadium, Dolphins and the Melbourne Storm on Friday night.
I would love.
We
the
don't have a
Dolphins to beat
Thursday
the
night
Storm.
game this week.
No.
Is it Women's State of Origin?
Well, it hasn't been announced.
I'm
I thought that was going to be
Oh,
after the next State of Origin.
What a bunch of dingbats we are. We're saying, where are they going to put Failongo? Well, the team's already been announced. We could have just looked at He's playing on the wing in place of Xavier Coates.
Well, we could have.
But he's Pappenhausen.
But I wanted your opinion. I didn't want to know what had been done.
Oh, okay.
I would love the Storm, the Dolphins to beat the Storm.
I think the Storm shall win this comfortably.
Okay.
Me too, because the Dolphins will be short of a few players as well.
Oh yes, got to factor. Well, so
Also
will the Storm.
Melbourne,
They'll be missing. They'll be missing Grant. They'll be missing Coates.
Yeah. Well, Munster's out injured.
Yeah.
Munster's been out injured for a
Yeah, I
while.
know.
Yeah. So I think that's any forwards.
No.
They're all Kiwis, aren't they?
Oh, Kiwis, bro.
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
Anyway, I think Storm will win that one.
I'll be barracking for the Dolphins.
Seabus Super Stadium.
Super Stadium?
Gold Coast Titans and the Warriors.
Oh, go the Titans.
Warriors.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
who are you picking?
I'm picking the Warriors, but I really want the Titans to win.
Because they
Why?
must be above him or something.
Oh, yeah,
Or
okay.
close to him.
No. The Desi factor. I love Desi.
You love
But
Desi, right?
isn't
Yeah.
coach your team anymore?
I know, but it's hard not to love Des.
Okay.
Once you love Des, you don't go back.
Okay. I never loved this.
Who are you picking?
I'm picking the Warriors.
Yeah, me too.
Oh, we're all picking the Warriors.
Yeah.
Sorry, Des.
Sydney Roosters against the Canterbury Bulldogs on Saturday afternoon.
At Industry Group Stadium, which is Gosford. Brendan and I and John French and a couple of other people are going to that game.
Don't mention anyone who doesn't listen to the show. You and some friends.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
Why?
Look, we're well favoured for this game, but
Really?
but I think it's going to be a tough one. A bit like last week. I think it's going to be a tough game. They got us last time we played. But hopefully, if we can play the way we played at each end of the game, we should have enough points in us. We've just got to get out. Just got to get our defence on. They're a very good team, Bulldogs. Best defence, I think, in the game at the moment. So they give themselves opportunities to score by defending well. We're just going to have to oppose that.
I actually think the Dogs will get you. I'm not impressed with the way the Roosters are playing at the moment.
Well,
I think they're playing in patches. I think they'll get you. But we'll see.
I'm hoping the Dogs get
well,
it.
we're going to have no Sawali, no Connor Watson.
Lindsay Collins, Angus Crichton, Spencer Lenu, Michael Jennings.
Yep. So, it's going to be interesting.
Bulldogs are missing their
They'll be
inspirational skipper.
Steve Crichton. That's a big out.
Yes, he is
It's
a big out.
out.
Okay, let's go on to
So you guys are going. You going Dogs?
Yeah, I'm going Dogs.
Yeah.
All right.
Accor Stadium on Saturday night. Rabbitohs against the Sea Eagles.
And the Rabbitohs are favourites.
No, they have to be. So we've got Aaron Shoup in the centres.
Yep.
Carl Lawton at halfback.
Yep.
Your favourite player.
You know what? He plays really well at second row. I do not know why they do not keep him on the field as second row or a roving lock. Anyway, and Ben Condon, Caleb Navali, Asatasi James on the bench. It's well known team
He's
there.
got Gordon off the bench. He's always
But
good.
Brian, I remember a few weeks ago when
Yeah.
I was saying about how many injuries South had. You didn't need to have a lot of sympathy for me.
Yeah, because
And
you were saying it after 6 weeks of them playing together, Steve.
There were still reserve grade players.
No,
No, it doesn't work the other way. No,
it doesn't.
Unfortunately, Brian will have to pick the Rabbitohs.
Well, hang on. The Bunnies are out players as well.
Who?
Before you
Oh,
give
I
him
know.
all the
Who are you out?
before you give him all the sympathy and love.
Cam Murray, who's played one game. He's out. Cam Murray, one game and he's
John
out.
Murray.
Latrell, one game and he's
Latrell.
out.
Joe Gray is
back, which is good.
Please.
But Totola is still out. Campbell
your
Graham
back,
is still out.
Your back seven's virtually unchanged.
Yeah, of course.
Your 8, your 9, your 10,
Yeah.
your 11,
Yeah, but
your
the back
12,
seven-
your 13,
Right.
exactly the same. So your
Tell
starting 13 is
us, Duncan.
virtually identical.
So basically, Liam LeBlanc has come into the team,
Yep.
and that's it.
And Joe Gray.
Yeah.
Joe
And
Gray.
that's it.
Yeah.
Mate,
Yeah, but
seriously.
He'll whinge about it,
Hey,
though.
what
He
you
wants
lost?
to.
Cameron and Latrell.
That's
yes.
it.
Yeah.
And
Cameron's
the
coming
other
off one
players.
game.
And
Yeah, but
the
half that-
other
half
players. And the other
half
players.
of that back row wouldn't be there if it wasn't for the fact we got injuries.
What? Because Campbell Graham's injured. What? He's going to go play in the back row now, is he?
No,
Make up your
sorry,
mind.
The back row, the backs.
Rabbitohs do it.
Tom, Brian, who are you going for?
I'm going my Eagles. We're going to upset you. We're going to get under your
You've
skin.
already
You
upset me.
said it all the time.
I don't
All right.
know why I do this.
You do. You love it. Round 16.
So, Tom, you're going the bunnies.
I am.
You're going the bunnies. Say it louder so they can hear it.
I'm going not the Eagles.
Okay. Campbelltown Sports Stadium Raiders and the West Tigers. Oh, we've gone over time. Hurry up.
Raiders.
Yeah, they probably can't do it again. The Raiders. I hate taking the Raiders.
Yeah, but the other one, don't forget, was at Leichhardt. This is Campbelltown.
Yeah, very different teams.
Yeah. Be biggie.
I think I'm going Raiders. I can't see the Tigers winning this
Yeah,
one.
Lachlan Galvin's back though, so I like him. I rate him. I
So do
really
I.
do.
Yeah.
Yeah, which means Appy gets to play hooker again.
Yeah,
Anyway,
which is when they play better. When
Yeah.
Appy's at hooker.
yeah.
Yeah.
Raiders.
All right.
So we've got seven teams to buys. Knights, Dragons, Broncos, Sharks, Cowboys, Eels, and the Panthers.
Yes, we do. Okay, gentlemen. Brian, anything intelligent you want in the show with?
I just want Moses and Latrell to prove me wrong.
They will.
I'm happy to eat humble pie. Please make me eat humble pie. Please.
Actually, we will have one more show before.
And I'll
The
say
State
that
of
again next
Origin.
week too. I'm only focused on State of Origin.
And let's hope we're not talking about any injuries in training camp. Or frostbite in Lura. Because it'd be pretty cold up there at the moment.
It is cold up there. at the moment.
Yeah.
All right. Anything you want in the show with,
No.
Tom? No?
No.
That's it. All right. Thank you for watching. This is From the Sidelines with Tom, Brian and Steve, and we'll do it all again next week. Bye-bye.
Bye.
So yeah.
I'm gonna get a picture.